Welcome and hope you are going to enjoy what I'm going to share with you guys today. Remember to like and subscribe. Shall we begin? Thank you for watching.
Let me ask you something. How many times have you opened a new Claude conversation and spent the first paragraph explaining who you are, what you do, and what you're working on before you even get to the actual question? If that sounds familiar, this video is going to change everything for you. Welcome back. Today we're covering memory and personalization, how to make Claude genuinely know you so every conversation picks up where the last one left off. Here's the problem most Claude users live with every day. Every conversation starts from zero. You open a new chat and you have to reintroduce yourself, your job, your projects, your context, your preferences, every single time. That's not just inconvenient, it actively limits the quality of help you get. An AI that doesn't know who you are has to give you generic answers, and generic answers, frankly, aren't that valuable. The difference is stark. Without memory, you're writing 2 or 3 sentences of context before every question. With memory, you write the question and get an answer already calibrated to your specific situation, your actual constraints, your real goals. That's the promise of this system. Let me show you how it actually works under the hood. Claude's memory is not magic. It's a deliberate, engineered system with 4 distinct stages. Understanding these stages helps you use it strategically rather than just hoping it works. Stage 1. Conversations happen. You chat with Claude normally. Nothing unusual occurs during the session itself. Stage 2. Background extraction. Periodically, Claude's system goes back through past conversations and pulls out meaningful, durable facts about you, your job, your interests, your communication preferences, your ongoing projects. This happens automatically, without any action from you. Stage 3, those facts are stored in a structured memory bank, not full conversation logs, curated, distilled knowledge, the signal without the noise. Stage 4, injection at runtime. When you start a new conversation, the most relevant memories are quietly added to Claude's context before you type a word. Claude responds as though it naturally knows these things, because from its perspective in that session, it does. Let me make this concrete with a realistic example. Imagine Claude has been learning from your conversations over several weeks. It now knows you work in B2B SaaS sales with long deal cycles and technical buyers. It knows you prefer direct, concise prose, no bullet points, no preamble. It knows you're currently learning Python to automate your monthly reporting. It knows you're based in London and prefer GBP examples. And it knows you're interested in productivity tools and growth strategy. None of this required filling out a form. Claude learned it from your conversations over time, and in every future conversation, these facts are quietly available. You never have to re-explain any of it. That's the power of a system that accumulates. The longer you use it, the better it gets automatically. On top of automatic memory, you have a second layer you control directly: user preferences. Preferences are explicit instructions, your standing orders that Claude follows in every single conversation. You write them once in settings under profile in plain language, and they apply from that point forward across all your chats. Here's where preferences are most powerful. You can set your formatting style. Always use prose, never bullet points, keep it concise. You can define professional context. I work in B2B SaaS sales with long deal cycles. Skip basic definitions. You can shape how Claude handles advice. Ask clarifying questions before giving financial guidance. And you can define interaction style. No affirmations, no preamble, get straight to the answer. The key distinction from memory is what Claude learned from you. Preferences are what you told Claude directly. When they conflict, the most recent in-conversation instruction always wins. There's a third layer that most users skip entirely: feature settings and the writing style system. In settings, you have individual toggles for every major Claude capability: web search, deep research, code execution, artifacts, past chat search, memory generation itself. Each one can be turned off if you don't want it active by default. For power users, this level of control is genuinely useful. But the feature that surprised me most when I discovered it is the writing style system. You can upload samples of your own writing, your emails, your articles, your messages, and Claude will analyze your personal voice, your sentence length, your vocabulary choices, your level of formality, your punctuation patterns. Once your style is saved, you activate it for specific conversations. Writing a series of client emails? Turn on your style. Every output sounds like you wrote it. Working on technical research? Turn it off. The flexibility is complete. Here's something important to understand. Memory isn't instant and it isn't static. It has a life cycle, and understanding that life cycle helps you manage it intentionally. In week 1, Claude captures the basics: your job, your industry, your general preferences. Helpful, but not deeply calibrated yet. By month 1, something meaningful shifts. Claude knows your projects, your writing patterns, and your recurring types of questions. You start to notice that you're not re-explaining background anymore. Conversations move faster. At 3 months, Claude starts connecting things. It references decisions from earlier conversations when you bring up new problems. It anticipates the shape of your workflow. The experience genuinely starts to feel like collaboration rather than querying. At 6 months and beyond, the compounding effect is real. Every conversation adds to the foundation. You stop thinking of Claude as a tool you use and start thinking of it as a partner that knows your world. 3 technical notes worth knowing. Memories update in the background, not instantly. Deleting a conversation removes its derived memories on the next nightly cycle, and memory scope is separated. Project memory, global memory, and incognito are fully isolated from each other. You are always completely in full control of your memories. This is designed into the system deliberately. There are no hidden records you can't access or modify. The simplest way to manage memories is in plain conversation. Things change, so tell Claude when they do. I no longer work at Agency X, I'm freelancing now. Claude updates it immediately. Forget everything about my consulting project, that's finished. Claude removes the entries. Exclude any information about my health from memory permanently. Claude adds a persistent exclusion rule. And if you ever want full transparency, just ask, "What do you currently remember about me?" Claude surfaces every active memory in a clear list. No hidden data, no surprises. The system supports up to 30 memory edits, each with a generous 100,000 character limit, substantial capacity for rich personal context. The one hard limit worth knowing: Claude will never store sensitive credentials, passwords, card numbers, government IDs, even if you explicitly ask. That protection is built in and cannot be overwritten. Everything we've covered so far is about building and leveraging memory. Now, I want to talk about when to turn it all off completely. Incognito mode gives you a fully isolated session, zero memory generation, zero reference to past chats, zero personalization in either direction. Nothing from your history shapes the response, and nothing from the session adds to your memory bank. There are 4 situations where I'd always reach for incognito. First, sensitive professional topics, legal matters, HR situations, confidential strategy I don't want in any memory pool. Second, when I'm helping someone else, their information should stay entirely separate from my context. Third, when I want to test Claude without personalization to see how it handles something with no prior knowledge. And fourth, for genuinely personal topics I want fully contained in a single session. The interface makes it visually clear when you're in incognito. There's no risk of accidentally mixing session types. Now let me give you the 4 strategies that most users never find, the techniques that accelerate personalization dramatically instead of waiting months for the system to figure you out passively. Strategy 1, seed memory deliberately. Don't wait. In your very next conversation, paste a structured brief about who you are, your role, your current projects, your communication preferences, and ask Claude to remember it explicitly. You get deep context from conversation 1, not month 3. Strategy 2, build a context document. Write a 200 to 500 word document about yourself. Keep it up to date. Paste it at the beginning of any session where you want Claude fully calibrated. 10 seconds of setup, immediate quality improvement. Strategy 3, use past chat search. Claude can search your full conversation history. Ask, "What did we discuss about this topic 2 months ago?" And Claude retrieves that context immediately, without you needing to summarize or re-explain an old decision. Strategy 4, audit your memories quarterly. Ask Claude what it currently remembers about you. Review the list. Some entries will be outdated. Correct them. Some will be irrelevant. Remove them. A clean, accurate memory bank is exponentially more useful than a cluttered one. I want to make this completely tangible. 2 side-by-side comparisons, identical questions with and without memory active. Career advice without memory. To advance in your career, focus on communication skills, data analysis, and stakeholder management. Many professionals at your stage find certifications helpful. Generic, applicable to literally anyone. The same question with memory of your career path. 3 years into a Series B company, your gap is almost certainly executive presence, not technical skills. I'd skip any certification and focus on board-facing communication right now. Specific, opinionated, calibrated to the actual situation. Email draft without memory. Dear name, I hope this message finds you well. I am writing to follow up on our previous conversation regarding the proposal. Corporate boilerplate that could be from anyone. The same request with memory of your writing style. Hey Marcus, following up on the proposal. Happy to jump on a call this week if it helps. Let me know what works. Direct, in your actual voice. The AI didn't get smarter between those 2 outputs. It just got better informed about who you are. That's the entire game with this system. We've covered the complete personalization stack today. Automatic memory and how it's built, user preferences as your standing orders, writing style for your personal voice, feature toggles for precise control, incognito mode when you need complete privacy, and the 4 power strategies that compress months of passive learning into days. Here's your action plan for the next 15 minutes after you finish this video. Go to Settings and write your user preferences right now. Even 2 or 3 sentences will immediately improve every future conversation. Then open a new chat, paste a brief about yourself, and ask Claude to remember it. If you write a lot, spend 5 minutes uploading writing samples to build your custom style. This isn't a one-time setup, it's an ongoing relationship between you and your AI, and the value of that relationship compounds every single week you invest in it. If this video was useful, please subscribe and leave a comment with what you're going to put in your preferences. I read every one. In the next video, we go deep on advanced prompt engineering, the full playbook, the techniques that 10x the quality of every output Claude produces for you. I'll see you there.
Thank you for staying through the video. Subscribe to watch more AI-related content.